So you have a child with someone that you're not in a relationship with, and you want to be involved in that child's life as their father, but the child's mother won't allow you to be involved in their life. She is either insisting that you have absolutely no involvement in your child's life, or is insisting that she control your involvement in your child's life. She will only allow visitation if it's on her terms, at her place, in her supervision. Bottom line is, she doesn't want you to do anything with your child that she doesn't give the okay to, which is pretty much nothing at this point. So what do? I'm Marissa V. Grayson, and you're watching Life, Law, and Order, where I share tips on how to stay ahead of the game in your life and legal affairs. Stay tuned to this video as I'll be sharing tips on what you can do if your child's other parent will not allow you to be involved in your child's life. If your child's mom will not allow you to be involved in your child's life, the first thing you need to realize is that it's very important for you to make sure that you're keeping very accurate records of everything that's going on in your child's life, every attempt that you've made to be involved in their life. I'm talking phone call attempts, visit attempts, any specific email conversations that you've had with the child's mom where you've been denied the right to see your child or denied access to information related to your child. It's important to make sure that you're keeping records. You need to be saving emails, you need to be screenshotting text messages, calendaring all of the dates, keeping track of the time. I mean, literally keep very detailed records so that you will have all of that information available for the court, because they more than likely will be interested in what's been happening with your case. Speaking of the court, have you already established some form of a custody order? If not, then this is the first place that you would need to start. And this could be a 1 or a 2-step process depending on whether you already have a case open in the court. If you already have a case open in court but have not established specific custody orders, if you're going through a divorce but haven't established custody orders, if you've already established that you're the father of the child in court but you don't have custody orders, then the next step that you would need to do is to just go to court and request specific orders for custody. If, on the other hand, you have not yet established any court case at all, then that would be your first step. You need to make sure that you open a case to establish that you are the father to this child and that you have the rights to see your child. Once you've established custody orders, then it makes things a lot easier, because at that point you have something on paper in writing that's easily enforceable. So, in the event that you have custody orders and your child's mom is still refusing to allow you to see your child, then what you do is you go to the closest police station to where your custody exchange is to take place, and you file a police report. Ask the law enforcement officers if it will be possible for them to escort you to her home or wherever it is that you think your child may be, and actually enforce the order for you. I like to refer to this as report and retrieve. You file your police report, and if the officers are willing, and in most cases they are, if you have your court order in hand, they'll be willing to go along with you to talk to the mom, explain to her that this is a court order that she must be following, and if she's not, she can be penalized criminally for it. And a lot of times what happens is the mom who's denying your visitation or your custody will then turn the child over to the police officers, who can then take the child to you for your visitation. When this happens, you still have to make sure that you return the child. Make sure not to keep your child longer than you were supposed to. Another way to enforce your order is to file a contempt action in the courthouse. This is also helpful because a contempt action is actually a criminal action that can be penalized by extremely high fines and fees, as well as jail time. If your child's mother continues over and over and over to violate your court orders, that's a very big deal. Judges put orders in place in order to bring order to the case. So if she's not following the judge's orders, that's essentially showing the judge, I don't care what you say. I don't have to do what you say. What I'm going to do is whatever I want to do, and judges don't take that lightly. Finally, another thing that you can do is ask the court to modify your custody. If you're constantly being denied your visitation or your custody, what you can do is ask the judge to increase your time to essentially give you more time with your child. Typically, judges like to put the children in the custody of the parent who is more likely to facilitate the relationship with the other parent, because the courts do want to have the children be involved in both parents' lives frequently and continually. Also, if your court orders are not very specific, for instance, if your orders say something to the effect of you are to have your child every other weekend, and that could be up for misinterpretation, or if there are no specific orders for certain holidays or a school vacation time or whatever it is that you and the other parent are disputing about, it's important that you go back to court and ask them to modify the orders to reflect the specific needs of your child. Your order should leave no room for misinterpretation. Everything should be very clear cut so that in the event that you have to enforce it through law enforcement, they will have no doubt as to what's supposed to be going on with your child. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it, and for more tips and tidbits, make sure you're on my VIP list at www.marissavgrayson.com. Thanks for watching.